So to the victor goes the spoils. So here's the wine that your dad is paying off 23 years after the bet, huh?
I hope I grabbed the right bottle. This might be a $200 bottle.
Well, that would be about worth it with interest.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. K. You're a man of your word.
Now, Greg's got to drink the bottle of wine. That's gonna be a really good vlog.
No. All right, I'm quite excited. I think the last time I was at this pond was probably 10 years ago. This is Mike Carrillo's parents' house, right? Premier Ponds, Mike. This is my best friend from college, Mike Carrillo.
Hey.
I came out here in 1995 and built this.
1995, I convinced my dad that he needed a pond. It was his 50th birthday, and he knew nothing about ponds. I only knew a little bit, but I got some guys from the gym and Greg to fly into town to make this birthday present happen.
This is what I love about my job, is every time I get to go back and see these jobs that we created and what they become and how it's impacted the people's lives. That's what's so fun for me too. 23-year-old water feature, I haven't seen it in 10 years. Let's see how it's doing. Oh, it is paradise. Absolute paradise. Look at these lotuses blooming. That's just starting. Got the night bloomer. I think that's Phragmites. The Phragmites looks like it fell over. We'll push that back up. Probably wind. Beautiful thalia here. Look at that waterfalls. Look at that flow. Oh, another blooming lotus here. Just absolute. I absolutely love it. Look. Look at this patio, and of course, what do you see? You see the seats right here, because you come right here and you sit and you feed your fish. We got the marketing guy picking up the fallen over thalia.
Yeah, there was a big storm a couple days ago.
So now wait, this is new. You added this wetland over here, right?
No, from when you were here before, we had 12 by 8 pond with a 20-foot stream.
Yep.
As dreams get bigger, and your need for a bigger and badder water feature, so were the dreams of my father. And we made it 22 by 14 with the wetlands. The stream got shortened, but a little bit more pronounced.
Look at that maple, that Japanese maple there, just spectacular. Yeah. Okay, I gotta pick my favorite thing on this. Okay, think about your favorite thing too. Okay. You get to hang out here with a beer and hang out with your dad. God, I am gonna have to say, I'm gonna say the plants. I'm just gonna say this is so lush. I mean, look at that, beautiful. Beautiful waterfall too. I mean, that waterfall, I love this. You've added some wood over the years to this, but it's just spectacular. I don't know, what's your favorite thing about this one?
Yeah, well, okay, amen to the plants. The plants just thrive in these conditions here. I love the bog. It's a little bit hidden now by the plants that fell over, but the bog makes ginormous plants even ginormous times 10.
Yeah, because they're filled with the nutrients. So a wetland filtration, a bog system, all the nutrients get pumped from the skimmer. They go into the wetland. The plants get super energized from the nutrients. They take the nutrients out of the water, and look at the water quality. When you have a wetland filtration system, look at that water quality. I mean, that literally as clear as gin clear water. Some awesome fish too. This was just grass when we moved in. This is the neighbor's backyard. Hope they don't watch the vlog, but this is typical. Why would you want to go in your yard when you have that here? There's really nothing to look at. And then you turn the corner and you see this. Am I the only one that sees this? I mean, do you see this too? Why would everybody not want to have this? I mean, this is what you call a healthy ecosystem. Happy fish, thriving aquatic plants. 23 years that this pond has been functioning. Mike said some of these fish have been, some of the fish are the original that live out here. I mean, how awesome is that? And look at the view. Right from the house, right down. The landscaping will make or break a water feature. And this is so filled in. And look at those happy, healthy, thriving, vibrant fish in an aquascape ecosystem pond. And this is 24 inches deep. These fish have been in here for 23 years, some of them, in a 24-inch deep pond, filtered with a natural upflow wetland filter and a biofalls. And this is how you should hide a biological filter up here. You're not gonna see 1 inch of plastic, 1 inch of pipe, 1 inch of rubber. And this is the way an aquascape ecosystem pond should look. And then once a year, do a drain and clean, right?
That's it.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. It's our philosophy. Work with Mother Nature, not against her, and get blooms like that. Oh, koi crunchies. They're like, feed me.
On my fingers.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's living the lifestyle right there.
Right up.
So about 13 years after we built this, you added a wetland filter. Wow, look at this arrowhead. What is this, a giant arrowhead?
Yeah, well, it's giant because it's super fed with nutrients in the bog.
Look at the size of that
The bog
plant.
system gets all the nutrients from the pond feeding the roots of the plants, and these plants get super tall. I mean, look at this. Look at the iris.
Yeah.
Iris in the pond versus iris here.
All of that is a filter. You can see the water quality coming out there. And then a lot of times when the koi lay eggs, the eggs get sucked into the wetlands, and then this is where they grow up. And then they flow downstream when they get bigger.
Eventually they'll take the ride over the waterfall and join the rest of their buddies.
And here's these fish that are just following us around everywhere that we go.
Look, they love the aeration of the waterfall.
So Nilo, when you become, you get your college degree in IT, you won't get to do this every day at work.
No, man, unfortunately not. But I'll be popping in.
There you go. This is my seat right here. The only thing that I don't like about my job is having to leave. The stress just melts away when you have a water feature. And you were talking about how your family uses this, the kids come over. This becomes the family gathering point. It's time together, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, you know, we cook out, we eat right out here pond side, sit down on the edge, feed the fish, feet in the water.
And do this.
Conversation, especially at nighttime with the lights.
Oh yeah,
it's just incredible.
This has got to look beautiful. I'll
Water's illuminated, bogs, the plants, you name it. It comes to life day, comes to life at night. There's really no bad time to enjoy a pond.
And this is living the aquascape lifestyle personified. This is one of the inspirations for Mike to getting into this career and this business.
The old pond became my classroom, and we outgrew it. My dad outgrew it, wanted something bigger and badder, as I always say. And
you can never build it big enough. Everybody always wants to improve and add to it.
Check this out. Another cool thing, my favorite plant, the lotus, blooming.
The queen of the lily. And what did your daughter call these?
They called them magic leaves. And I would come out here. This is another way to connect with your kids. You bring them close to nature. You teach them all the unique things about the leaves of plants, the blooms that they have, the fish, the frogs, the ecosystem. I could go on and on and on. When I was a kid, I'd have to go look for it down in the woods, which was fun. You learned a lot, but if it's in your backyard, you know, keep
feet from your back door.
Yeah.
It's just spectacular. Well, I miss your mom and dad that they're not in town. Hey, didn't your dad leave me a bottle of wine?
He actually did, because 23 years ago, Greg won a bet with my father. We were filling the pond. The weir flap was in the skimmer, and I think Greg said something like, let's remove the weir flap. It'll fill up, then we can run the pond. My dad said, no way, that's just not going to happen, and sure enough, it happened.
So he 23 years later, I'm collecting a bottle of wine.
Well, he denied it for 22 years, and then finally, about a year ago, he finally admitted that he did lose the bet.
So his dad's quite an intelligent man. He's in charge of NASA's stratosphere program.
Upper atmospheric research. However, it's funny, the $5 now, you know, with interest, is now like worth a $100 bottle of wine. So that's what's great.
You know what? Great guy, so fun, but don't take the pond guy on when it comes to pond-related questions. I've been doing this for a few years. So here's a man that I met when I met Mike my freshman year orientation. And his dad and my dad roomed together at Ohio State. And Mike and I roomed together at Ohio State, and we've been lifelong friends ever since. For me to come back and visit a pond that I built 23 years ago and see how Mr. Carrillo is living the aquascape lifestyle, and knowing how much of a difference it had in his family, and how basically this was one of the inspirations for Mike having a career with water features, that is just incredibly validating. The purpose of life is to have a purpose, and the fact that my best friend from college has a purpose with ponds, that's about as good as it can get right there. So Mike, what are we pulling into here, buddy?
Well, the first stop of the day, the homeowner said they were inspired by a pond that they saw at a nursery, so we are going to go see that pond.
So you have a demo water feature here.
We have a demo water feature, and they also have a pretty cool pet bird.
So the best way for people to live the aquascape lifestyle, or to find out about living the aquascape lifestyle, is to see ponds, right?
See it in person.
So yeah. Obviously when you put it at a retail location, Dutch Plant Farm. Okay, and there's apparently a cool bird here too, so I love this. I can hear the pond. Oh yeah. Wow, this is big. I was not expecting this to be this big, Mike. Wow, this is gorgeous. I love that waterfall.
Cool, thank you.
With those ferns. Nick must have built this.
Nick wasn't even around there.
So you've never seen this, Nilo?
I have not, no, this is my first time.
Okay,
Yeah.
Very cool. Look at that waterfalls. Man, I just love it when they got ferns and tropical plants. It's just so cool. Oh yeah, macaw.
Pogo. And
Pogo.
Don't put your finger, because he will bite.
Yes, he will. What a beautiful animal. And he's got a nice waterfall view.
Yes.
More garden centers need to have lifestyle displays like this, because they sell their plants, obviously, but to display something like this, I guarantee you that kids just love to come up here and feed the fish. This is literally gorgeous. So you like this stuff, Nilo? So you're a college student, right?
Yes, sir.
And what do you do? You do the kind of the marketing for Premier Ponds?
Yep. I do help with laboring, and I do a lot of the marketing for them.
Whatever they need you.
Whatever they need, yeah.
That's great. Good for you. And this is your second season with Mike. Hopefully you're giving him a hard time.
Oh man, the hardest.
I love it. Look at that fern under there. Look at that. Just growing right there in the waterfall. Wow, this is cool. Look at this guy. He matches your shirt too. So you let him come out here and stretch his legs? Oh, that's fantastic. So cool. I love my job. Hey, buddy. Hey, hello. So you got some aquascape products. That's the best fish food on the market right there. Yeah, we got a new basin in here. This is fun. So this is our new stacked slate walls. They just came out this year. That's what they sit on. They sit on the aqua basins. And look at that. That's just gorgeous. And it inspires people too to get into putting these things in their yard. And I love it too, because this gets people into the hobby, places like this. Water plants. Yep, we got some water plants in there. It's fun for me to go to garden centers too, because, you know, as much as people buy things at Amazon and Home Depot.
Our first year after putting the pond in, we did over $100,000 from that pond.
That's right, because people see it. People need to see water features to know that they want one. And it's fun too that the owner now owns a water feature as well. I'm Mike Manns, and how long have you been here?
Well, I'm the owner.
Okay,
and,
so you're the brother.
And that's my brother Trevor.
Okay, but you sound like you have an accent.
I'm from Holland.
Oh, okay, well that's...
Hence the name, the Dutch Plant Farm.
Okay, your brother has no accent.
No, he was born here.
So you're the older, better looking one.
That's right.
So you so talk to me about...
Trevor's agreeing.
Talk to me about how you got into the pond stuff.
It's always been a hobby of mine to do something for myself at home. We had a garden back there where we used to have a small little, little pool.
Yes, so you started with a preform tub.
Yeah, so I mean, we were never able to keep it clean. I mean, we built it once and then we ignored it. It was always dirty. Finally, in 2009, my dad retired and I decided we had to clean that whole area up.
Well, you know what? I love it because we need more mom and pop family run businesses.
It's awesome to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too, and thanks for being an Aquascape customer.
Yeah, so it works out.
I love it. We are at one of your customers' houses here today, right?
Yes, and the story behind this, we just saw the Dutch Plant Farm pond. the same year that we put that pond in, this man was inspired by that pond, and he decided to have a pond put in his backyard with a patio.
And that's why we do these demo water features. Let's go check this out.
The original pond happened. We've extended the patio. We added a fire pit below. So this is pretty crazy. Pretty cool backyard.
Oh yeah, and look at right here in the living space.
This was brand new. This was added last year.
Of course it was added because I want to be able to see this. What a beautiful garden. I absolutely love this. Got some nice koi in here. Look at, they're already hungry. They want to get fed. And look at these plants. Look at that lotus. You got some pickerel plant that is blooming. Some water lilies down there. Man, that's giant thalia. Cool waterfalls, heron statue. I love how the ground cover softens up the stone. I mean, literally, you don't know where the water ends and the land begins. Landscaping is so important when you have a water feature. Look at the daylilies. These people are gardeners, huh?
Yes.
We love it when we have gardeners to make the decorations on the Christmas tree that look that much nicer. Okay, so tell me about this construction project, Mike.
As you see, there's a big retaining wall here on the back side of the pond. So this yard originated on a slope, empty canvas, as we like to call it. So we built this giant retaining wall. They wanted a patio, which originally we had a patio about 3/4 of the size, but as dreams get bigger and bigger and bigger,
yep,
their house got bigger. It created a need for a longer patio, some more retaining walls, new steps leading up top, a fire pit for the whole fire water element, in entertaining above, below, around. You just can't.
It's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And this is what we talk about, living the aquascape lifestyle. You put the water feature in, it's gonna inspire the rest. Look at this awesome fire pit. Did you guys build this?
Yeah.
That is so cool. I love the stonework, Mike. This is a perfect place to sit down, make a fire, and have a beer.
Amen.
Little early in the morning for a beer,
I
but
don't know.
I told Nilo I like this hair.
That's all. That's good, right?
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, well,
Mike's really jealous.
yeah.
Better put some
what?
sunscreen on.
Still look good.
But look at all the little touches. So Mike, I'm gonna say it's a tie for my favorite part on here, with the stonework for the walls and the fire pit and the incredible gardens that they have. What about for you?
Yeah, absolutely 100% the fire pit. That's something that we've done fire pits with boulders. We've done fire pits that are dry stack. I love the dry stack look.
Yep.
Everybody loves it.
Look at the dry stacked rocks with the stepping stones right on there. Just terrific. Good work, Mike. And look at this living space. Right up here. This is an addition, you said, huh? Get the paper right here. The only thing they're missing is the coffee cup, which is probably in the sink. But look at that. That is the aquascape lifestyle right there. Little harsh with the sun. You know, I love the plants. I love the rock work. And I got to tell you, I love the living space. And I think the key here is that this is a pretty deep yard, pretty big yard. But you brought this water feature up close and personal with the living space. And that's what's so important, is so many people think the water feature should be in the back corner. But look, this is right outside their kitchen window, right outside their living room, right outside this beautiful patio and deck. Bring it up close and personal. Look at this. It's literally feet from the living space. And that's what makes this. It's where the location is of that water feature. So beautiful rock work, awesome landscaping, but I really think maybe my favorite spot on this one, and let me know what your favorite spot is by commenting below. I really think it's how it incorporates in the entire landscape and the lifestyle. Hey, if you like what you see, put a comment down below about what you like. Comment and share this video. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe and follow along my journeys as the pond guy as I showcase how people, cool people, live the aquascape lifestyle. I love my job.